Glory be unto the one most high, man. That manifestation that manifested all this greatness, all this wonderfulness that we are so fortunate to experience individually. You know what I'm saying? That gave us that free will to do things that are in alignment with it, or to do things that are out of alignment with everything that is good and beautiful and, full of life. Glory be to that. That gave us the free will to obey its highest good, or to disobey it and do and become the most worthless, useless versions of ourselves, yo. Because that is a wonderful gift right there. I'm always asked, always, and it's becoming more frequent. What is your religious affiliation? And I'm often like dumbfounded, because I don't really know how to answer that, right? Because I read the Bible. I fucks with the Quran. I'm very down with, certain aspects of Buddhism, Taoism, alchemy, philosophy, Stoicism. So I'm like, I'm take what is useful, discard what is not, and add what is unique to me type of person, man. And I suggest the same thing for you, because I can't tell you how to worship, whatever you think created all of this, and at the same time, I am unwilling to take up the way that certain, groups take on how they worship the all. You know what I'm saying? Whatever created all of this. So I refuse to take on those practices, because if I don't practice them to the T, then somehow, some way, or some form, I am, not good. So I'll be a heathen, I'll be a pagan. You get what I'm saying? Just because I refuse to identify with Islam, just because I refuse to identify with Christianity, Judaism, or any other of these isms that humans are always so hell-bent on labeling you in order to be able to identify you, criticize you, or even relate to you. Like I said, take what's useful, discard what is not, and add what is useful. Me being a Marine, having served, we all march, but each one has their own swag, their own rhythm, their own way of marching, man. You could put everybody, we all walk, right? Well, each and every one of us has their own swag. So develop a healthy relationship with the Almighty by always being grateful. You know what I'm saying? A mental attitude of gratitude is what will create for you a wholesome personality and a sound character, because you are seeking to be in alignment with what created all of this, and what created all of this is pure abundance. So therefore you cannot move in a spirit or in a mental attitude of poverty and lack if you are one with your creator, if you are to really, reflect that you are made in the image. It's like with oh, do you believe in flat earth or in globe? Do you believe in outer space, or that we're in a dome underneath the ocean? Do you believe in aliens or da-da-da-da-da? Like, none of that shit fucking matters if you are yourself not a wholesome human being. Like, all that matters is that you become a wholesome individual that enriches every environment that you enter. That's all that matters. And if you're not a wholesome individual that enriches every environment that you enter, because you are a wholesome and rich individual internally, then that shit don't matter. And at the end, you will die feeling empty, unfulfilled, and full of only regrets, because you did not. It is impossible to live a meaningful life if you yourself do not become a meaningful individual to yourself to begin with. So you know, I take what is useful from everything, man. From religions, from martial arts, from physical fitness, from the educational system, from this beast system of man playing tricks on other man. You know what I'm saying? I take what is useful from everything. I try to see the positive in the negative, right? I don't try to just judge it because it's hot and fail to see what's good about it, or judge it because it's cold and fail to appreciate other aspects of it. At the end of the day, you know, everything is what we choose to believe. We know what is negative and destructive because it is perverted and shameful. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you do not feel honorable doing in the light, or being caught doing, or, you know, letting other people know that you do it. So we know what's good and what's bad. Even toddlers know when they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing. You get what I'm saying? There comes a certain point in our life where awareness becomes conscious, or better yet, consciousness gains a conscience. And then there are certain individuals that, you know, actively override that conscience, which is trying to direct them on a true and virtuous and honorable path. And then there are some of us that, you know, are better at doing what is good and what is right. And, you know, there are going to be times where you fall short and where you almost override that conscience, but then you come back. We are, you know what I'm saying? Like, cultivating that relationship with self by doing the things that make sense. Grounding helps with inflammation. Sun gazing is actually healthy, besides what the medical establishments may try to condition you to think that it isn't, right? I wouldn't recommend just anybody to sun gaze, or to sun gaze for too long if your body is not yet as healthy as you can get it. Just like sunbathing, right? If you are full of chemicals and food-like products filled with preservatives and chemicals made by man, and you start to sunbathe, the sun might feel a little hotter than usual. You get what I'm saying? If you try to sun gaze, the sun gazing might feel a lot more uncomfortable than if your body was much more purer and less filled with toxic chemicals. You get what I'm... But yeah, yo, I'm of the, yo, if it makes sense and it is good for your body and it doesn't hurt nobody and it can actually help somebody, then do it. My religion is do unto others as you would have done unto you and yours. And don't try to force anybody to move your way. You get what I'm saying? Share the advice, share the counsel, raise up yours as best as you can, teaching them the way, but not trying to force your ways upon them, but just guide them up in the right direction as best as you can. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, as they grow older, they see the wisdom and the knowledge that you have been trying to share with them, in the habits. Hopefully they see it. And if not, hey, to each their own. Like I tell my own. Life's what we make it, yo, and I'm here making it as well as I can. Grounding, sun gazing, meditation, constant gratitude and positive affirmations, you know. Alhamdulillah, I like saying that word because it's easier than saying glory be to God and you know, all that other stuff. Mashallah, I like saying that because sometimes it sounds better than just saying thank you, you know, or damn, that has been created by the universal consciousness that, you know, made up all this reality and this mental. Is awesome. So I just say mashallah, you know, inshallah. I hope, you know, that all things work out for the good of those that do love the Most High.